Hi, Trace.
Hello.
So I just want to recap kind of what we've talked about today from the beginning and bring it all the way up to right now before we leave. Does that sound okay?
Sounds fair.
Perfect. Okay, so you came to me because you were struggling with some staffing issues. You had a little bit of anxiety about how that was going to work, and you wanted to devise a plan. So when you sat down with your staff, you could, excuse me, iron out all the details. You didn't want it to be, you knew the conversation was going to be confrontational, but you didn't want it to start that way.
Right.
Perfect. Okay. So we've already established that, I'm Jess. I've been with the Morrison Center for a while. I'm a case manager. You came to me looking for assistance with this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We talked about the implied consent and kind of what that is.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a contract between you and I.
Right.
Any changes that happen between the two of us, I will notify you in writing and go over those things with you.
Yeah.
Anything that you say to me is between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Still makes sense. No questions
Yes.
about that.
Yep. Yep.
Perfect. So the issues that you were having with this particular staff person, if I'm understanding you correctly, was that she was being dishonest about the time that she was clocking in and clocking out. She was kind of being a little confrontational in the meetings that you were having with her.
Yes.
And you were looking for a little bit of guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have since sat down and had a meeting with your supervisor, correct?
Yes.
And how did that go?
It went okay. We came up with some very good solutions of how to handle the situation. Now I think it's just the anxiety of actually, having the meeting with the person.
Having the conversation
Yep.
with her, okay.
Yep.
And what is the biggest barrier that you think you're going to run into, or that you're concerned about running into with the staff?
I almost want to say probably the competition.
The confrontation?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking for some ways to avoid that, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Or to cope with that.
Yes.
And one of the things that we had discussed was role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Between you and I,
Yep.
some possible scenarios that may or may not happen with the staff, so that you weren't feeling like you were being caught off guard.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Was there anything else that you could think of that I could help you with to facilitate this meeting's outcome as good as it can be?
I can't think of anything. It's just basically the role playing and, hopefully, the solutions that we had come up with, hopefully that's,
Yep.
it's going to help a lot.
Okay. Perfect. And you had said last time, if I remember correctly, that you wanted to compile a list of positive things that this employee was doing,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you had this meeting with her,
Mhm.
you could interject those positives, so that you weren't feeling like you were just bringing up all the negative things.
Right.
Now, how is that list coming?
It's not coming too bad. I mean, we've come up with, she's a very good employee, working on the floor wise,
Yeah.
with her supports and everything. It's just, we don't know if it was just a common error
Right.
on her behalf of, and hopefully it was, and we can, overcome,
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
And then, but if not, we just have to keep close eyes on, her documentation to her time card and clocking in and out. That's, the couple
Excuse
different
me.
areas.
I love that you bring up some really great positive things about her. I think for you too, and the anxiety that you may be feeling, that's a good way to lead.
Yeah.
And you had discussed with me, just being honest.
Mhm.
Look, this is an uncomfortable
Right.
conversation for both of us.
Mhm.
If you're struggling, I want to help you through that.
Right.
So it sounds like our plan moving forward is we've already done compiled the list of positive things for her.
Right.
We're going to do some role playing,
Mm-hmm.
which I would like to, at the end of this session, set up an appointment probably next week, next
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
to work out some of those scenarios.
Okay.
And then you have your meeting the following Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that'll give you about 2 weeks to kind of prepare and get ready
Yeah.
to sit down with the staff.
Right.
And we can work out and make adjustments accordingly as needed
Right.
as we run into any barriers.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Perfect.
Thank you.